So hello and welcome once again to my layout, New Junction. In this episode we have a go at making more buildings here at the station. We also tackle various problems around the layout and we have a closer look at some new additions here at the layout. So first things first, last time I showed you the brand new laser cutter that had arrived, and I'm slowly getting to grips with some of the software, even to the point of being able to make a very basic building which features here on the layout. I'll stop the trains and we'll go and have a closer look. Here we are, right. So this is the very first trial run of my little waiting room for Thirsk Station. Now this is the one on the opposite platform to the current station building. And as you can see, it's very, very basic. There's no detail. In fact, the shape is slightly wrong. The building's slightly too tall and the pitch of the roof is slightly too pointy. That said, this is a work in progress, and the joys of the laser cutter machine is it takes all of 2 minutes to cut this, and you can adjust as many times as you want and then recut them down until it's perfect. But yeah, I just wanted to sort of make this mock-up before I go too deep into the detailing, to make sure it fits on the layout and looks roughly okay, and see what kind of modifications I need to do to it. Now this started out as a flat pack draw, if you like, which I did on the Lightburn software, and I based that off photos which were given to me by Michelle, so thank you very much. And now she was passing Thirsk, and as the train pulled into the station, she got a phone at the window and snapped a load of photos for me, and that's roughly where I've got the basic design for the windows and whatnot. And it was a case of counting bricks and basing it on getting the measurements from that. But yeah, so far I think it looks reasonably okay. Does need a lot of tweaking though, but let's go and see how it looks on the platform. So back on the layout, here we are. Here's the waiting room, and it goes somewhere over here. Now I'm going to try not to push the fence into the track. And as you can see, hopefully from there, it's rather large. Now, I'm going to have to adjust this. I think it probably somewhere here. I need to double check really. But as you can see, it's quite a big building and it needs finessing just to bring it down a notch and make it small enough to sort of go in the space and fit on the platform. Now, you can see the pitch of the roof when you put it against the current station building is very pointy. Now, the waiting room is more pointy in real life, but yeah, it's just got to come down a peg or two. I'm also going to take some of the measurements from this building and add, so it's not like the door frames and things like that, just to sort of really sort of make it hopefully line up, and you would never be able to tell eventually that they weren't built together. So in last week's video where I showed you the Footbridge for the first time, I think some of you got a bit maybe confused, or maybe I didn't explain myself properly in the video, that the height of the bridge is dictated to by the catenary masts that I'll be using. Now, I will be using Westhill Wagon Works catenary. They're East Coast style. This is, of course, the West Coast style. The East Coast stuff isn't out yet, so I can't actually make a bridge to fit, but the videos need to continue, and I do want to get on. I've been told the catenary won't be too long now, but everything crossed for that. Now, in the real world, bridges obviously are slightly lower than this particular footbridge. In the real Thirst, there's actually a road bridge just here as well, which is really low, and the catenary wires actually go up and down depending on the what's going above them or under them. Now, the issue I predicted was that the masts will be in a sort of standard height everywhere. So my tunnel mouths at the other end are tall enough for them, and also this footbridge is. However, this footbridge in particular can be and is being customised. So if you see here an image I'm just going to overlay, this is probably one that this is probably where it'll end up if we're tightening all the measurements in, but I can only do that once the wires are in and then we know final measurements. So yes, it does look a tiny bit tall, but as you can see currently with the current masts, this is roughly how tall it would have to be. And yeah, it doesn't take too much. And I should have also said as well to redo this on the software. It doesn't take long at all. And again, to recut it a couple of minutes, and they only use sort of a sheet of ply. I think best wool in the world are about 80p's worth. So it doesn't take much at all to redo and have a bit of fun. Right. Onwards and upwards. Let's move on to the next thing. So this aspect in particular has had a lot of you on the edge of your seats, just like the loco is on the edge of the layout. Now, annoyingly, like most things, I come up short with the length of the layout. So what I thought I'd do is, seeing I was in the mood, I've cut myself some edging strips because the acrylic ones I was going for just weren't suitable. So all they are, little edging strips which I'll pin onto the sides and add a bit of wood glue, and away you go. Trains suddenly become a lot safer. Right, let me get on with that. So naturally we have some new toys on the layout. Now, of course, I'm going to start with two that aren't mine. Now, these are the decorated samples of the newly announced GBRF pair. We have Defiance and Hercules. Now, these have just gone on, been made available for pre-order, which you can do now, and I think they're due late 2026. One of these particular models has nothing in it. The other one is a fully working sample, although still very early samples. And one thing that's nice to see, painted multiple working sockets on the front. Any excuse to have a play. Believe it or not, I've actually had these for well over a year now, and one of them has lived on my desk in front of my computer screen, so they're like old friends. Right, but talking now of a loco which is mine, is the brand new Colas Class 70 from Bachmann. Now, I say brand new, it's not actually brand new. It was bought in recently in their sold as seen sale, where it's pretty much a factory sale where they get rid of everything that's been either returned, damaged, etc., that kind of thing. But the prices are incredible. So this particular one was well under £100, and I can show you the box it comes in. It has a sticker. It says sold as seen, returned stock, etc., and it tells you exactly what's wrong with it. Now, this one has a known fault, and it says does not include accessory pack, nameplate, or DCC decoder, which I presume it was meant to be a 21-pin DCC fitted loco. Now, a very odd reason to return it. You'd think Bachmann would just replace those for the customer, but it's probably easy just to return it and sell like this. But it'll suit me down to the ground. Now, I'm just going to take it off because it's buzzing away, because it's not got a decoder in it. This obviously is in the very stunning Colas Freight livery. Now, annoyingly, I've been after one of these for some time, preferably second-hand to fit my budget. This one came along. Now, typically, in the time where I've been looking for one of these, Freightliner has decided to re-livery them. And I think I'm going to, because this one was quite a bargain, I'm going to risk it and send it off for a respray into one of the new Freightliner liveries. And I'll throw a picture on the screen now of what I'm aiming for. As you can see, it's very nice, very new, very current. And then also a picture of the model, hopefully, that this will end up being. So, the poor thing, it's not going to stay with me for very long. I'm going to chip it up and then send it off for a new layer of paint. You'll remember in the last episode that I actually started my engraving journey by perfecting the slate coaster, because it's always a good starting point, transferring an image on and then perfecting how it works and trial by error, etc. Now, I offered one of these to any paid patron who wanted one, free of charge. Just send a message and I'll send you one out. Now, I did have a lot of requests from people who understandably can't join Patreon because we live in the real world, I understand that. But they still wanted a coaster, a bit of a keepsake. So what I've done is I've printed out a second one, and I have created the double pack. Now, I've only got 10 pairs of these available, and I won't be doing any more, particularly not in this design, mainly because I've run out of slate coasters. But yes, I've only got 10 pairs of those, and they will come in a nice little box like this, and then of course you get your pair in there. Now, I was thinking, how do I distribute these without it becoming a bit of a nightmare? So I got in touch with Adam of railstuff.com. You may have seen him before, or listened to his podcasts. Now, I said to him, if I send you 10, could you send them out to anyone who wants one? And he agreed, of course. And he also said to me, he can do matching mugs for me as well. So we've got these to choose from as well. So if you'd like either of these, there's endless mugs because they get made to order, but the tiles, there's only 10 pairs at the time of recording. but feel free, links are down below in the description. Just a little memento, a little bit of merch, and a small way to have a bit of a new Junction keepsake. Right, that was a long story, wasn't it? I'll stop talking about these things now, and I'll say thank you as ever very much for watching. It's always greatly received, and I do really appreciate it. I'm going to say a big thank you, as you'd expect, to the channel patrons and members. Without you, this wouldn't be possible. The lights would be off, and I don't think you'd enjoy watching such a dark video. Right, as ever, thank you for watching. Take care, and I'll see you very soon in the next one. Bye for now.